Something so embarrassing just happened. I was filming myself standing by my window, and I live on the lower ground floor of an apartment, and I was standing here just filming myself talking, and some guy just walked past and then just stood right outside my window just staring at me. And I, in those situations, don't want to be the one to back down. Yeah, I know, it's not good. I should have backed down. So I was just standing there, like, holding the camera, literally just looking at him through my window on the lower ground floor, like, and he just stood there, and I just ended up closing the curtain because I felt so awkward. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Progress Pure. Thank you for coming back. Today, I'm not gonna start singing. Last night I went to South African Society, had a beer pong tournament, which was pretty cool. And I'd never played beer pong before. I was absolutely awful. I literally didn't score one. I scored one, and apparently my elbow was over the line. Don't want to talk about it. And I ended up being the duck. What is it when you drink the boat race? I was the boat racer. And I beat the other girls. That was good. Last night was really fun. I ended up coming home at like 11, went to sleep, got up this morning pretty hungover, but still got to the gym for 9, worked out 9 till 10, and then came home. And I've pretty much been faffing all day. I went and got my hair done. If you can see, it looks kind of cool. And I fake tanned because it looked kind of orange on the camera, but whatever. Just because I'm going out tonight, so I also kind of wanted to prep for that. Oh my god, there's another person walking past my window. This purpose of the video, I'm going to be showing you a shoulder workout, which I really, really enjoy. And I'm going to be telling you what exactly my macros are. I was so excited when Adam sent me these macros because I haven't had like a proper tailored set of macros for ages now. I use the macros which I calculate from my curve guide, which are great while still doing the guide. Because I am kind of like dipping in and out of doing the curve guide now, I needed like a new set of macros which was really, really gonna complement my goals. So Adam got me a new set of macros, and I just want to say, because I used to be a bit confused with macros, and I thought that if I followed somebody who I wanted to look like physique-wise macros, I thought that I was kind of on track to getting with their goals. And I just want to clarify for any of you if you think that that's not the case. Your macros depend on your height, your weight, how fast your metabolism is, which you can base on a food diary of how much you normally eat, and then your weight gain, if there is any weight gain from that food diary. How active you are, there are a whole bunch of different factors which affect your macros. Your goals, for example, is also obviously a really, really big one. So I'm going to tell you what my figures are, but I'm just giving you a little heads up, a little FYI. Don't follow them unless you are 5'6", have the same goals as me, weigh 59 point something kilograms, and want to get bigger. Also, just to clarify, with these macros, what is going to happen with them is my aim is to slowly keep on increasing my calories so that I keep on gaining muscle, so the scales will go up but I'm not gaining fat. So I'll keep looking lean the whole time, but my muscles are still getting bigger. That is the numero uno goal. Numero uno even. Okay, so my protein's 130 grams, carbs 225 grams, and fats 50 grams. I'm a big carb freak. I love carbs. So when I heard I was having 225 grams of carbs, it was like the best day of my life. Those are my macros at the moment. I'll probably be increasing them within like 4 weeks. That's about it, I think. I'm gonna check because I think I wrote this down on notes, what I wanted to talk about. Tomorrow is my rest day. I'm not heading to the gym, but I still eat the same on rest days, and I'm gonna be working in the library until probably like 7 when I'm gonna come home and get ready for Halloween. I'm gonna head out now and go get some food so that tomorrow when I do my food diary, I have food to eat so that I'm not just eating oats and protein, because that is what I tend to do. my lunch today, I'm having 100 grams of grilled salmon, pepper, I just put half pepper in there, 125 grams of brown rice, which you can't see, and then I'm having another one of those later on, and I've got some salad in there as well. And all of this, you guys, is from Muscle Foods. It's where I also get these from, which I'm like obsessed with. Muscle Foods is like a website, that's what it's called, in England, and I have a discount code of Molly10. These have like nothing in them, so I just use them in my oats to make them sweet. And they're delicious. I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about how to juggle, how to manage university, going to the gym, social media, or like an extra hobby that you might have is something that you can kind of relate to, because I think my hobby is going to the gym, planning my meals, counting macros, and then of course recording it all and putting it on social media, because it's an amazing way for me to track what I'm doing. I really enjoy doing it. I love creating content, like sitting down on my computer and editing videos and stuff. I just find that really fun and really rewarding most of the time. I think sometimes, like at the moment when I have so much work, because I'm in my third year of university and I study history, so there's a lot of reading. For example, I've got 4 essays due by the end of this week, 2 of them are due midweek, and I'm only halfway through, and I've been working like non-stop. And I get a lot of questions from girls asking, like, how do I manage to keep up with all of it? I wake up every morning at like 6:30. Last couple of nights, well, like a few nights ago, I had to get up at 5 just to make sure that I can still fit all my work in. And I still want to have a social life and have friends and meet new people. So it is hard. Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, it's so easy, you know, like you just fit it all in. It's definitely difficult, and I think sometimes it can seem like it's too much, or it feels like you're the only one who's trying to do a million things at once. But I kind of just want to let you know that it is possible. My main priority is going to the gym, and that's because that's what makes me feel good, that's what makes me happy. That's something which it releases endorphins for me, and it's a place where I know that I can keep working on something which I genuinely really enjoy. And that's the same as social media. That's why I've kept up my Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat and everything, because that is something which I enjoy. Going to university is also another thing which I really enjoy, but it's more that I'm going because I want to get the end result of getting a good degree. My tip for you, if you're trying to figure out how to juggle the gym and uni, would literally just be prioritize the gym. You might already be really into the gym already, in which case that's going to be really easy for you. If you're not, then my best tip is to stick at it. And I know that you've probably heard that a million times, but I used to hate going to the gym, and I got a gym buddy like a year and a half ago, and I was just like, we need to motivate each other to go to the gym, because otherwise I won't go. And so then even when it was like raining at like 8 o'clock at night and it was like so cold in Edinburgh and everything, we would still make sure we went. And that was like the best thing, because that is what motivated me until I got to the point where I genuinely really enjoyed doing it. So I would just be doing it on my own and it was fine. With work, you just have to make sure that you plan your week out so that you can get it all done, because it's so easy to kind of fall behind. So that might mean sacrificing a few nights out, which is something which I've had to do, but it is worth it in the long run, because you'll go out and you think that's kind of just like an evening, but then the next day if you drink, you just like, well, for me, I cannot work when I'm hungover at all. I actually went out 2 nights this week, which is probably pushing it for me, because right now I feel like quite stressed. I went to that beer pong South African thing which I mentioned earlier, and then I also had a Halloween night on Saturday night, and they were both really fun. I don't regret going to them. It's just now I need to make sure I prioritize what I am meant to be doing. So even though I know it can seem difficult, it's definitely doable. Things which probably seem like quite difficult and like long to do are, for example, I make all my lunch every day, which means that I'll just have to get up at like 6:30, 6, wake up, make breakfast, put the oven on, make my lunch. It's hard to not faff around and not waste time. So it's really great because I live with somebody who is very motivated and who doesn't like wasting time and is quite driven. So she really motivates me, and the fact that we'll be like, what are we doing? We need to, you know, be doing stuff. So if you can try and surround yourself with people who are kind of similar like that. A lot of my friends aren't. A lot of my friends are completely different, but I think on a day-to-day basis, if you can hang out with people who, if you have time to hang out with people who are live a kind of similar lifestyle to you, it is very motivating. So that's something which really, really helps me. I think, yeah, the best thing you gotta do is just prioritize the gym, and then I fit in my studies around that, which is not a tip which I'm saying you should do, that's just how I get it in. If you ever feel stressed, if you ever feel like it's too much, just remember that like every single person feels like that. Like every single person feels like they have so much responsibilities to do, they have so many things to be doing. And so I think it's important to remember sometimes that you're not as important as you think you are. When I say you, I'm applying this to everyone, me. Sometimes your problems seem like such problems and you have a deadline, it seems so stressful, but then when you compare yourself to people who are actually going through really awful problems or health issues or things which are genuinely impossible to sort out, I think that it's better to just look at the bigger picture, and it makes life seem a lot more easy than it is. Going back to the bulking thing, I just want to clarify that with bulking, I'm not a fan of the whole, oh, I'm in a bulking phase and then I'm in a cutting phase, because I think it's too much on my mind. So I am now sticking to macros which are going to make me gain muscle, going to make me gain weight in a way that I'm gaining muscle, not fat. Something I'm going to be doing over the course of the next few months, and then when it gets to summer, I'll probably start losing some of it so that I have more of a kind of like toned shape physique rather than just bigger. By the time I finish bulking, that will be the biggest I've ever been. When I say the biggest I've ever been, that sounds like I'm going to be a balloon. It's not. I'll have gained probably a few extra pounds, and once I've got to the point where I'm happy with the size of my bum, the shape of my thighs, shape of my shoulders, then I'll start losing it. And then once I've done that, I'll have more of a kind of like curved physique, which is something which I always prefer, kind of, I think. Yeah, that is my catch up. Thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you have any requests for videos. I just have so much on my plate this week, so I'm gonna try and do as much as I can with Instagram and everything, and to keep you guys up to date with what is going on, because I love you and I love your responses and your comments and interacting with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. See you later.